out at the cemetery. Need the title from the cemetery. That my sorry. This is actually my first vertical live stream on location. So where we're at my dad's where my dad is buried, along with my aunt. And the cemetery is called White Cemetery. It's in PineTree, Texas, which is a subdivision of Longview, Texas. Um, and I figured I'd do something different. And I'm working on a project to kind of bring what my family and what went on during their lifetime. And so I wanted to bring you along for this journey. And I'll do some recording that I will add to the main long form video. But today I wanted to share with you because I've actually, this cemetery means a lot to me. When my dad died, and I finally figured out, because I didn't know the location of it until I started driving, and then when I found out, I started coming. I came out here um, when I was sad, when I was happy. If anything happened during the week that I needed to, I would I would come out and I will show you. I used to lay on top of my dad's grave and my uncle Johnny's grave, and so that's where we're at now. And I want to take you along for this cemetery and show you the cemetery. So here we go. So this is a sign that at the cemetery. And so there's a gentleman walking through, and I don't want to disturb him. But the gates are open. There's not any closed gates or anything like that. But it's a very nice cemetery. Uh, it's I don't know really how long it's been here. It's quite old. Like I said, Steph is down there doing her TikTok from there, but I'm doing this real quick, and then I'm gonna start something record for my other stuff. But I'm gonna take you along and kind of walk through things with you. Um, this right here is my uncle. They called him Fuzzy, which I didn't know, but he's actually a step uncle, or not a step. Well, he's my Aunt Pat's second marriage, and as you can see, that's his. And there's his footstone. I've tried my best to be very respectful, and especially when it comes to I don't want to walk on people's graves. So that's kind of where I'm at, and I'm trying to get away from not stepping on. But this cemetery, the way it is laid out, it's sometimes very difficult to not. Um, so my Aunt Pat has passed away. I don't know if she was cremated or if because the ground hasn't been disturbed. So I don't know if she has been cremated or not, because me and that side of the family don't really talk. So, but as you can see, it's very old, but it's very nice. It's nicely done. And I'll walk through the cemetery and give y'all the information that I know of, especially from my dad's side. Um, if y'all see last names that you recognize, let me know. Uh, and if y'all want me to, we can come back out and explore what names are here. Um, like I said, I'm trying to be very, very respectful of this. This I remember when this area was they didn't have his headstone or anything. I remember when they put this stuff out because I would regularly uh, visit, but and I don't know what's going on. I hate to see that beer bottles inside the cemetery. It, I, a lot of this stuff it really does bother me to see so much. Uh, and we'll walk through here. This is where I usually walk because my dad's family is through here. Um, but I'll keep on going. But this is it right here. So this is where our our family plots start. And start right here. Uh, and I'm not for sure, but I think it's on my dad's side that is mine. Uh, but this is my dad's. This is my dad's headstone. And then my grandpa and grandma. So zoom in. So as I said, this is my grandpa and grandma. Grandpa Eugene, uh, he uh, was the one that came from Alabama. So he was John Colbert's son. When John Colbert was murdered, Grandpa John moved. They moved here, and let me flip you back around so you can see. I'm having a hard time seeing but you see the date there, 1877, and Grandpa, our great Grandpa John, was murdered in 1880, and so 17 years later, or excuse me, so Grandpa was born in 1877, and great grandpa was murdered in 1880. So 3 years old. He was 3 years old when he passed away, and they were in Texas by 1900. I know a lot of people will talk and say, "Well, he didn't go to Oklahoma." Oh, they came here instead. They passed as white and came here. So they give you a little bit of sense of the significance of this place. And I will show you Uncle Uncle Johnny's headstone. If y'all have heard me talk about my Uncle Johnny, this is him. And he did serve in Korea in World War II, U.S. Navy. And so this is his headstone. And a lot of y'all will say, and there's his headstone. And I don't know if you could see it because my screen is kind of dark right now. But Native American. And I know a lot of people say, well, that's not proof. Well, it may not be proof for you, and it may not be proof for somebody else, but the military paid for his stuff. And I don't think the military would put that if it was wrong, especially back then, especially during World War II in Korea. My uncle was a stand up guy, didn't lie, and sorry guys, I was getting a phone call. Um, but that's the life of my dad and my family. Um, as we walk around, uh, so we go. This is the other side. So, like I said, I didn't know one side or the other. Um, but that's from my dad's. This is from his side, and it's it's part of who I am. Uh, when I get sad or upset or just need somebody to talk to and listen, this is where I come. Uh, always have, and I always will, as long as there's breath in me. Uh, and so I want to encourage people to get out and do this stuff and remember where you come from. Remember that you know it's not always easy. It's not always fun and games. Um, and sometimes you have to sit here and really understand uh, what makes us human. We do so much stuff and we forget. We forget that people have went through the same struggles and we all want to be remembered and we want to be thought about and we want to things to be said about us. And a lot of people don't take the time to really understand. And so it's one of those things that you have to do. You have to get out, you have to understand, you have to make a decisions on things, but you have to understand that sometimes if you do come out and you express your feelings and these kind of places are that for that purpose. uh they they bring all the emotions and feelings and things like that. And so I just want y'all to all understand that it's it's not always easy, and it's just not. And sometimes you just have to sit and go with your gut on things. But you got to remember the people that came before you too. And my family didn't have it easy. They did not have it easy. Um, and we always wonder. We always want to keep going and do better. And my life is a lot better than what my dad, my uncle Johnny, and then what they had to go through. Especially my grandpa, who's 3 years old when his dad was murdered by his stepson. 3 years old, and that's the thing is, these people remember, and these people need to be remembered. I walk these cemeteries, and I've tried to feel how these other people have lost their loved ones, and it's like I will take y'all down here to a like group of it was a family, I believe, of 6 people, 6 kids. And so I'll walk down there and show you. They lost their whole family. They died all in a car crash, and they didn't have the money or the funds uh, to have them buried. And so, you know, that's that dark light. But these people were somebody else's, kids and stuff. This one is actually can't believe this is actually finished. Sorry if I'm not getting to your comments, Bubba. My screen is kind of darkened, and I do have my transitions on too. So, um, if I'm not seeing, I see your post there. Uh, this was this had been empty forever, and the headstone wasn't there. And I'm glad to see that there's finally a headstone there. Um, but the if you can't, this is where. Ooh, that one kind of gave. Um, this is, these people are their families are there, and it's just I'm gonna walk through here because I used to this I always tend to walk cemeteries and just but here you go. Here's this lady. This headstone and stuff has been here years. Oh, whoops, my bad. Um, and she just recently passed. Oh wow, 1939, and Mr. Maples is still alive. I'm guessing. No, 2019. They just haven't put his. I would. I think thought I would see that, but that's new, huh? Anyway, they need to fill in a hole. Don't come out here. It's Halloween. So I don't know on this one because that last name is very different. My high school best friend, his last name was Coma, and it was spelled like that. Uh, and so I don't know if they're family or not, but um, like I said, I'm trying not to go across people's graves. I really don't like that doing that. This one I remember because Johnny M and my uncle Johnny, I think they knew each other, if I'm not mistaken. I think they, I think they knew each other for some reason. I think they might have served together or something. I remember him talking to me about the Rileys. So, uh, Miss Riley died here recently, July the 9th. Wow. Huh. So, but I'm trying to because I'm trying to. There's some new headstones and new things going on around here, and I'm trying to figure out. Let's see, where is that family? I know it was along the fence along over here somewhere, but you can see all the. Let's see this. There was. I'm trying to remember all the stories because I used to know some of it Um, from what I understand, this guy he was pretty well known, but I can't remember. I mean, he was well known around here. Um, and I'm just, putting that out here. There's a family, and I'm trying to find it. It was along the fence because there was a fundraiser for them, and I wanted to. All right, guys, I'm back. Um, I wanted to show you because, like I said, this family did not have the means to um, have their loved ones buried, and there was like I said, a big, huge fundraiser to have. Um, and I'm trying to remember where it was at. It was. Where is it? Like I said, this cemetery is pretty difficult not to walk on graves, and I really don't want to. I don't want to show disrespect. I can't stand that. I try to tell my kids to walk very carefully. I'm trying to find it. Where is that family? Oh, I can't remember. I thought it was along the fence. I can't place it. Okay, I think I can be safe going around the tree. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, I'm around the tree now, so I'm getting back into where. Uh, where did it go? It was a full family, and I'm trying my best to find it for you guys. Uh, I can't find it. I think I'm losing my mind. Okay, I'm doing my best, guys. Is it this family? Uh, Thompson. Is it this one? 2004. Sorry, guys. I'm trying not to be disrespectful. Sharp. Really trying not to be disrespectful, but I'm trying to find their. I wanted to show y'all. Um, because if I'm not mistaken, that was a big news thing too. A lot of these ones that were around 2000 and was born around my age. I remember there being talk of it in town. So that's why I'm kind of. Well, I can't find it now, guys. And I was going to show y'all, but I just can't find it. Maybe I'll follow up with Steph. Anyway, I wanted to give you kind of my about my dad and my aunt and give you a place to show you a place that I come to when I need some guidance and but that's just how it is sometimes. We wanna remember. Um but if I find uh if I find those graves, I will put a link with it down in the description of this. Um we are going to walk another cemetery. We were going to do it today, but we kind of, how the days go. And that one's going to be have to be broken into fours or either half to walk half of it or a fourth of it. But anyway, guys, I hope this kind of let you know other people do grieve, and we all need a time to process this stuff. Y'all have a good one, guys, and take care.